The year is 2026. Well, almost. And there are still some people out there who have not played Risk of Rain 2. I want you to let that sink in. I have thousands of dollars of games in my Steam account collecting dust, absolutely covered in spider webs, okay? And I will tell you the one game that is not that is Risk of Rain 2. Compared to some other games in the genre, including one I made a video on, this game is the king. This is the king of roguelike shooter game. There is nothing better. You can't go above Risk of Rain 2. This is the limit of fun that you will have in this genre. This is the upper ceiling of games in this genre. This is not even the ceiling. This is the height above the ceiling. This game will bring you to another planet. Real quick, Risk of Rain 2 is a third-person roguelike shooter game with probably the simplest gameplay loop ever. You just land, kill, and loot. Very, very simple. When you loot, you can get items of multiple rarities that give you a passive. Sounds familiar, right? Probably. And then the longer you survive, the harder it gets. How unique, right? What makes this game so good? Why do you have nearly 400 hours in this game? What are you doing with your life? Go outside. All very, very valid inquiries. This game is the perfect example of a well-made soup. A perfect concoction. So let's talk about it. Why is this game so good? Why am I glazing it so much? Let's talk about three categories. The first being the content itself. Probably the most important part of the game is the variety and the content. Well, with hundreds of items in the game, each doing their own thing, you might think, well, yeah, there's probably like a meta, right? There's probably like 2 items that you just pick up and you become OP, right? Wrong. That is completely, you could not be farther from the truth of Risk of Rain 2. There are 16 total survivors in Risk of Rain 2, each with their complete own ability set, passive set, their own gameplay. These are the 16 most unique characters I have seen in my life. Each of them have their own completely different tier list of items. Let's say you're playing as Loader, a heavy puncher that deals a lot of damage in burst. You pick up the Crowbar, an item that deals 75% extra damage to enemies above 90 health. You are going to obliterate your way through the stages, because that first punch is going to be the only damage that you do to these enemies before they cripple in front of you. Instead, let's say you're playing as Commando, who rapidly shoots with his primary fire. It's like the Crowbar doesn't even exist. Let's say instead you pick up the Ukulele on Commando, where you have a 25% chance to fire chain lightning for every shot that you shoot. You're going to be chaining lightnings everywhere, killing everything in your path. But if you pick this up on Loader, that's a 25% chance to proc that every punch, and your punch takes like a million years to shoot, and you're not going to be proccing it, and you're going to be like, why do I even have this item? If I went through every single synergy in this game, this video would be a day long. I would love to sit here and talk to you guys about all of the incredibly overpowered synergies and what works well with what on who. I would love to do that, but I will not make this video a day long. This game has some insane synergy depth to it. Every single run that you play is going to be your own handcrafted soup, a concoction of your own chicken and celery and carrots and noodles, and everything that makes a soup good is you are going to be the one at picking it. And you might be thinking, well, if it's a roguelike, the items that you get are going to be random, right? Yeah, you're going to get some shitty items, you're going to get some crappy items here and there, but what you're going to do is you're going to spend that next 10 minutes in that run, you know, maybe printing or getting different items or looting up or buying a tri-shop. You're going to be concocting your own potion of insanity. And every run, you're going to be 3 or 4 stages in, and you're going to be like, oh my god, your heart is going to skip a beat, and you're going to jump up from your table with joy because you just got the item that made your survivor S tier. That feeling is unparalleled. Okay, so I will save you guys the utter years it would take me to talk about every single synergy and just tell you, trust me bro, I am still hopping into this game with 100% achievements. I have every achievement. I have nothing to do in this game besides play. There is nothing that I'm earning or getting from playing besides utter fun and enjoyment. This is the game to open when you don't have anything to do. When you're sitting at your PC and you're like, damn man, I wish I had a game to play. I wish I had something something to do to kill this time, this is the game for you. And obviously items and bosses and that stuff isn't all of the depth to the game. You have 3 different difficulties. Currently there are 2 DLCs, the Survivors of the Void, which introduces void items and void reavers and all the void stuff. Void stuff is awesome, by the way. The second DLC that came out is the Seekers of the Storm, which was the more recent one. It was not widely received very well when it came out, but Gearbox made a bunch of changes to it, and right now I'd say it's in a pretty good state. I would even go as far as to say it's better than the first DLC right now. And then the final thing I'm going to talk about here is the artifacts. There are artifacts you can unlock that each can change your own run detrimentally. We have the Artifact of Sacrifice, for example, where all your loot is transferred to procs on kills. So instead of looting chests, you'll just sometimes get items from killing people. There's Swarms, where monster spawns are doubled. The Artifact of Glass, which, yeah. Artifact of Honor, this one is a lot of fun. I love playing on this one. There are just some weird artifacts that you're gonna be like, what the hell am I playing? There's Artifact of Command, if you ever want to make your own build. If you ever want to just go crazy and make yourself as powerful as possible, you can hop in on the Artifact of Command and just pick up all the good items for your survivor right away. Another thing that's great is the music, the atmosphere, and the vibe of the game. Chris Christodoulou's soundtrack to this game. It is beautiful. It is absolutely a masterpiece. You get like delusions of grandeur as you play this game. The atmosphere of this game and the flow, the gameplay of this game, I promise you it never gets old. Even though the graphics are they're not Call of Duty Black Ops 7, they're not Battlefield 6, they're not, you know, Elden Ring, but they work in their own way. It feels like a fun little game where you don't even need insane shadows and ray tracing and all that crap. And then finally there's modding. You can play as Goku and Tracer, and the modding community on this game is great. And it's very simple to do, by the way. And the future of Risk of Rain 2 is bright. We have a new DLC, the Alloyed Collective, coming November 18th, 2025. By the time you're watching this, it's probably out. There's new survivors, new drones, new items, new stages. And the game was bought by Gearbox, who is one of the publishers of Borderlands. So they have a really, really big publishing company that owns the intellectual property. So it's not like this game is ever going to be left to die, hopefully. So 350 hours in, I'm still trying new things. There's a magic to this game. It's hard to explain. And this video is kind of all over the place, and I'm going to have an absolute nightmare editing this, making it sound cohesive in any way. If you've never played Risk of Rain 2, don't overthink it. Don't read tier lists. Don't look at videos besides this one, obviously. Don't look up how to do things. If you're trying to go for 100% achievements, just read what the achievement is telling you and do what you think is best. This game, you will hop in and you will do your own thing, and that is how you have the most fun. And when you finally obliterate on Monsoon for the last time, when you finally kill Mithrix for the last time before you 100% the game, you'll understand. You will understand what I am saying. Play Risk of Rain 2. You will not regret it. And you know what? I'm a small channel. I don't got a lot going on in my life. If you want me to gift it to you, sure. Drop a comment. Maybe one day when I'm Mr. Beast 2.0, I'll give all you guys a copy of it. This is my favorite game. And with that, I will end the video. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. We got new uploads every weekend. I will see you all next weekend.